This is Foxboro's Fortress, your home for all the latest on the New England Revolution. Brought to you by Leading Lights, LLC. Hello and welcome back everyone to Foxboro's Fortress, your home for all the latest on the New England Revolution. I'm Cecil Kenney, and unfortunately I'm without Raphael Babchuk today. Although, today, we're going to break down the 1-1 draw to DC United midweek and the Ilay Feingold Masterclass in that 3-0 win over Montreal on Saturday. Big thanks to Leading Lights LLC for sponsoring this episode, who we'll talk more on later. For now, let's look into that 3 points thrown away late in the nation's capital with a special guest, MLSEli. Alright, what's going on everybody? We got Elliot on the other side.
Thank you.
This is Foxboro's Fortress. Let's just dive right in. We'll start talking about the DC United match midweek for the Revs. 5-3-2, or what is that? A 3-5-2.
Yeah.
We had 3 center backs, 2 wing backs, 2 defensive mids, Cecil on the 2 forwards. Olmsberg replaced Ceballos, and started over Miller. I thought the Revs played pretty well. That being said, Gabriel Priani came off the bench and played 9 minutes and decided to annihilate us. Yeah, I thought he was a very good player. And
yeah, I think Pirani's great, to be honest.
he is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Why hasn't he been starting this season? I don't know. He really should be starting more this season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that performance in 9 minutes, he damn near had 3 goals in 9 minutes. It was impressive what he was able to do in such a short time. I'm really surprised he just hasn't been starting. I really wish for DC United's sake, they're doing worse. Are they doing worse than us? They might be doing better than us. I want Gabriel Priani on my team.
Cincinnati last night.
Say again?
They beat Cincinnati last night, to be honest, but
that's right.
Yeah, other than that, they've not been great.
Yeah, they haven't been phenomenal. They're sitting in 12th with 18 points.
Yeah.
The Revs are sitting in 10th. If we had Gabriel Priani, we're set at cam position, and it'd be phenomenal. And beating Cincinnati is no slouch either.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty impressive. Ilay Feingold, we'll talk a lot more about him very, very soon. With his first career goal off a deflection from Braza. I talked about Gabriel Priani last episode. I thought he was gonna do well. He should be starting more. That's really it. And so, with that being said, I've got my good and bad here. I thought the team played well in the first half. I thought we played very well. We lost it late. There's not much else to say. We let our guard down in the last few minutes, and Gabriel Priani decided to put the game on his back and just take it from there. I'm surprised that the defense, number 1, was rated highly on FOMUB, but also that we weren't like... I'm surprised that he didn't score another one. He had multiple chances within 9 minutes, and it was impressive to see what he was able to do. It was insane.
Yeah, I mean, for me, with DC United obviously coming back, I mean, New England, you can't be conceding a goal at the 90th. I mean, for me, it's just last 10 minutes, the team really fell asleep. Like, it was totally one-sided. And you could probably sense the goal was coming, to be honest. And then Pirani, obviously getting the goal, which,
they were building momentum towards the end of the game. They brought in Priani, and then he just kind of used that momentum to his advantage and scored. And took our 3 points away, gave us 1. It reminds me of, I think it was against Austin a few years back. It was at Gillette, so I was there, and I think it was Christian McCoon. It might have been Dylan Barrera. It was one of those 2 guys, and they took it to the corner at minute 75, and then Austin took the ball and scored 5 minutes later. And we're all sitting there like, what are we doing? It's 75th minute. We're winning 1-0. We might have even been tied. I don't even know. It's just he took it to the corner when there was no need to take it to the corner. It was incredibly upsetting. And the fact that we ended up, I think, drawing that game, maybe even losing. it was a really poor performance, and that's what anytime a team concedes very late, I always think of that, just like, what are we doing? You gotta
Yeah.
like
You
that's the
go
one
go.
time if you're winning, one time you just like every defender back, every player,
Yeah.
you can't concede in the last 10 minutes. It's just terrible.
Yeah, I agree. But however, New England have overall for me been doing better this season than I really expected to be fair.
Yeah,
But yeah,
100%. It's been a lot better than last year, we'll say that much.
yeah,
Let's just not talk about last year. So bad. It was practically 50-50 possession. DC had 20 shots. And this is similar to the Montreal game where the other team had just a ton of shots. Sure, it hasn't turned out much because our defense has been stellar this
yeah.
season. Mamadou Fofana and Brian Ceballos, two guys, when they were bought, we didn't know what was going to happen with them, and then
Mhm.
they have become
They've been great.
phenomenal for us.
And
And then,
Beeson as well
yeah,
stepped it up.
Tanner Beeson,
Yeah,
9 matches played, 9 matches unbeaten. He is the key to not losing. He's been great, and he's also a good luck charm. But I think that we've said this previously that that formation change, going from that fourth back to that 3/5 at the back,
yeah,
has worked wonders for us.
yeah.
And
I think so as well.
that the only person who really come becomes who struggles with that is Luca Langoni, who is still injured.
Yeah,
Um, being our club record signing, we've talked about this a lot, and I'm still upset by the situation. We have not been able to do anything with him, and even before he was injured, he was coming off the bench, and he just doesn't fit this formation. And he was
yeah.
brought in as our club's record signing, which is just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, with Langonia, I felt, when he was signed last year, he really started off well, coming for Esme, I think it was, like, subbing on for him. And he even took his starting spot for some games. And I really thought that he would be the revelation this season, but this season, struggling to adapt. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, injured now. But yeah, he needs to try and see what he can bring in this formation, to be honest.
Yeah, I know he's played striker in the past when he was at Boca, but he's not the size of your typical striker. I think he's like 5'8".
Yeah,
He's not the size of your typical striker, and so he's gonna need to bring something else to the table because we don't play a formation with wingers anymore. We play a formation that utilizes Eli Feingold and Peyton Miller.
yeah,
Um,
they've been great.
they've been phenomenal.
Yeah,
Peyton started off slower than we anticipated, but he's come alive in the past like 3-4 games. It's been phenomenal. We had similar expected goals, DC and the Revs, which makes sense.
yeah.
With how the game flow worked, we took the first half, they took the second half practically. We both had our fair number of chances, and we ended up with a 1-1 draw. Yeah, we only used 3 subs.
Mhm.
We this is the one part of the Revs that I just really can't. We need someone good to come off the bench, and we haven't had that.
Yeah,
Like, I know parts of last year we had Langoni and we had Esmer, and those guys were switching
exactly.
off.
Yeah,
Esmer's now at PSV, and he just won the Eredivisie,
yeah,
and Luca Langoni's injured. We don't have that star or even just that great player to come off the bench. Ima Boateng last year, he was always doing stuff, and he has not done. Like, we just don't have that player to come off the bench. And Luis Diaz, credit to him, he's done decent, but
yeah.
with all being said, we don't have that player to do what we need. It's
Yeah,
been
I agree. And I think actually New England in the offseason, they really signed many defenders like Fofana, Ceballos. But then in the attack, we didn't see much change. We saw Campagna come, obviously, but Campagna has been a bit the same story as Langoni. He played one game, I think it was maybe 1 or 2, 3 weeks ago, where he scored actually, but then directly came off injured. So it's just like, can these players stay fit or how can they adapt? Because Diaz, he's good, but MLS level, I don't think so, to be honest.
no, I think he's a good depth piece, sure. Is should he be coming off the bench every game? Absolutely not. It's been it's just not been what we needed. And so
Yeah,
we need to get that player, whether it be a striker or it be like a cam, and just like have a player to bring that spark off the bench at minute
exactly.
70.
Yeah,
And so we just don't have that right now. Um yeah, Raphael predicted Kojima to do well in this game. Um he was all right, nothing incredible. And then I had Peglo. Played well. He was
yeah,
almost man of the match according to FOMOB. And then Priani obviously
yeah. He was
stealing
good.
that those points away from the Revs. Um, my man of the match is is a pretty tough one. We didn't have the greatest of games, I'll say. Like our first half was good. I like Eli Feingold though. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say it over and over this episode. He was phenomenal, especially just this week and overall.
exactly. Yeah,
Like every goal the Revs scored in the past two matches,
it
Peyton
came
or
from
not Peyton, Eli Feingold has had something to do with it.
exactly. Yeah.
He's either
I
scored it or assisted it.
I think Feingold, I would have given him the man of the match as well. Obviously, we can say Pirani, but I was quite disappointed in Carlos Hill in that game against DC because I thought, you're playing a weak DC side. Really take your team on your shoulders. I don't think he managed to do that, but we can't blame Hill. He's been immense the entire season.
He's
So,
been phenomenal.
but,
I saw
yeah.
your MLS team of the All
Oh
Star.
yeah,
I
yeah.
saw that you put Carlos on there.
Has to be.
He's been great for us this season. He's been great, and
Yeah.
I he hasn't been phenomenal the last few matches,
No.
but we haven't had to rely on him as much as we did early on in the season,
Yeah.
um, with the emergence of the two fullbacks, and the defense being phenomenal. Like early on, we were talking about, hey, we need someone to like help Carlos Hill out. He is doing everything. Everything is being played through him, and that's just not what's happening anymore. And
Yeah.
it's been great to see that that's not what's happening because sure he's our captain, sure he's our number 10, but not every play can go through him because they're obviously going to block him.
Understand that. Yeah.
They're gonna they're gonna know like, oh, they're just gonna go through him and then stop
Obviously.
him.
Yeah.
So it's been great to see that he is he's not playing as big of a role. He's 32. He's still contributing great,
Oh yeah.
but it's been really good to see that other players are stepping up, like our fullbacks.
Yeah, and that's really a revelation from New England for me because before we had, top strikers like Bookshire, I think that's how you pronounce it, Boo, and since then, since Boo really left, the New England haven't really been able to replace him. Vrioni in the past, not great, and now Campagna, which we haven't seen a lot of. But I want New England in this offseason to splash the cash, get a good striker, get a striker that can play with, Carlos Hill, provide balls to him because. Carlos Hill, he's doing a lot on his own. Feingold, Miller. But if the ball can go in the box and there's a great striker there, maybe like a Jordan Morris or some guy on a similar level to him, come on. New England finish in playoffs and make a push for the title.
Be phenomenal. We've like you said, we've struggled with strikers since
Yeah.
Bo, and Bo is a great player.
Mm.
He put it seems like he was older than he was written down as when he was playing. Um, I think he owns a club in South America now, or at least manages it. Um, from like an owner perspective. Um, but we've missed that that striker player, and I know Campana. He's he's a great player, but with how he's been this season, it's just not enough. He's supposedly an aerial threat from what he's done, what he did at Inter Miami. He's supposedly been an aerial threat.
Yeah,
He has not been an aerial threat whatsoever. We also haven't played that type of cross. We also haven't played that type of corner because
that's true. Yeah.
corners have been terrible
Short
for us.
corners. Yeah.
We've been playing it short, and then they get like other team throwing right away. It's
Yeah.
And I thought we brought in this like dude from like PSG and like Brentford as like our like set piece coordinator.
Hmm.
And that's what we come up with? Like I don't even know what we're
Yeah.
doing at this point. It's not been good. We need to find a way to figure out what to do with corners because and same with goal kicks because that's been terrible as well. I
Yeah, I feel when you have, Carlos Hill once again on these set pieces, you need to really utilize them. I mean, New England have tall-ish players. Go for it. Put the ball in the box and try a headache, get a rebound or something. But yeah, I feel that they definitely need to be scoring more goals. That's one thing. The defense, so good so far. But then I think the goal scoring is where it's going to be played.
yeah, we that's how you win games. You score goals.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how you do it. And we've struggled with goals this season.
Yeah.
And I feel like recently it's been better, but still more
Mhm.
goals. It's necessary. Like last few matches, SKC, DC.
Orlando as well.
Sure we've been decent. Like, why is Siri turning on? Um, we've been decent, but the problem has been we're losing those games or we're drawing those games because we're not scoring goals.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go get that marquee striker. Get me Antoine Griezmann, please. At this point, like
Never say never.
exactly. Moving on to the Montreal game
Yeah.
from Saturday. Peyton re-enters the lineup, and then Keegan Hughes made his MLS starting debut. Um, oh my God, Eli Feingold, what a player! 3-0 win. Eli Feingold contributing to all three goals. He had the assist
Mm-hmm.
for what was it, Peyton Miller,
Lives. Yeah.
and then he had two goals after that. He's been involved in the Revs' last four goals. Through three goals and one assist. It was the fullback show this match between
Oh yeah.
Peyton Miller and um Eli Feingold. It was incredible. We won the game. Feingold played amazing. The fullbacks were great. It was amazing. I thought the refs played well.
Oh
We
yeah.
didn't, we didn't have to go through Carlos Hill all that much because
Exactly.
we utilized our fullbacks and it was great.
Yeah, and I think that's what really caught Montreal off balance because you could see like they had numerous midfielders like waiting to press Hill, but then when the ball was played to Feingold, he had so much time. I think that's when he cut inside maybe for his first goal where Chancalay touched it or maybe he didn't. But yeah, Feingold cut inside because he had so much time. No one was really on him. Cut inside, scored a goal, and him and Miller exceptional. I think Miller grabbed another assist to Ganago, but offside. But yeah, these two fullbacks have been maybe even the best fullback duo in this league so far. And
They've
the
been
young. That's so
they're,
young.
they're what, 17 and 20? It's been
Yeah.
incredible. One of the best like I don't want to. This isn't. I'm gonna. It's too early to say this, but the Revs have had some phenomenal fullbacks. DeJuan Jones played for us for a
Hmm.
number of years. Before being shipped off, to Columbus. Um, we've had Tajon Buchanan,
Oh yeah.
who's incredible. He's playing at Villarreal right now. Thankfully not on that side that lost 5-0 yesterday. Um, I didn't get to see the Champions League final. I was
You
refereeing my
didn't.
first
Oh.
I was refereeing my first 11v11 game. So,
Oh wow, yeah. Well, no, you can't be missing the Champions League final.
I know. Um, but hey, PSG got their win. And
Yeah. What a win.
it's impressive to see them do it without Messi and Neymar,
Yeah.
and all those guys. But anyways, my that was my good. It was an amazing game. The fullbacks played great. Bad.
Mhm.
Jackson Newell came on. No, still, we don't like him. Um,
Yeah.
just don't think he's a good player. Probably a really nice guy. Just I don't like him as a player. Ignatius Ganago, please score a goal. Like, please, we're begging.
Yeah, I mean, Ganago, Aisha, I feel like he's a good player, but this move from Nantes, we see his stats before. There's nothing really to prove this is a phenomenal goal scorer or someone who can assist. But he played well, I think, in the first few games. I think he won a pen and drew, a lot of fouls. But now he's been sleeping a bit, and it's just been going through Feingold, Miller, Hill. But he needs to step it up, as you've been saying. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a great player. He's played for Nantes for many years,
yeah,
and he's played in France, which is no slouch of a league. Sure,
Sure.
people may call it a farmers league, but the the teams in there, other than PSG, there's still competition there,
Yeah,
and so it's Nels is a good team, and he played decent there. It wasn't phenomenal, but
yeah,
it was pretty good. And the Revs bring him in. He scored what, one, two goals maybe,
yeah.
and he just hasn't been what we needed him to be. It just has been far below what we expected. So hopefully he does something
Hmm.
there, but we he needs to step it up, or else he's just gonna get replaced because
Oh yeah,
he's only alone right now.
I
So
think until summer, right? Or
it's until summer or something like that.
yeah.
And then there might be a buy clause if he hits a certain like games played.
Hmm.
There's a rumor that it's like if he plays in that Inter Miami game, it's like that triggers the buy clause.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Uh,
I'm not totally sure if that's true or not, but if that is true, he only has so many games
yeah.
to prove himself, or the Revs are just going to send him back to Nulls and replace him with a better striker. Speaking of strikers, though, we need striker depth. Maximiliano Rudy is not going to cut it at 34 years of age off
Oh,
the bench every game.
yeah, I know. I
Like,
think Ruti went back to Argentina last year,
yeah,
and there's no reason, come on, for New England to be signing him. It's such a stupid acquisition. Like this team should be advancing, go for some young players. Obviously, Langoni hasn't hit the ground running, but get a better striker. You know, you've got Campagna, get a more experienced striker because let me just compare Seattle. You know, they've got so much depth, and this is why they're always up there. You know, De La Vega, Minongu, they have Morris. You know, the list goes on. And and here we have New England with their second striker having to be Uruti in 2025. I mean, this just it is not normal for me.
it's not worth it. It's not working. It's
Yeah,
just he's 34 years of age. He's not what he's not what we need as a player. We need a
yeah,
better backup striker. Like we thought Campana was going to be great, and we bought him for like a MLS GAM record of like 2.5 million in
mhm,
GAM before they realized that it's just practically monopoly money, and that's just what we're throwing around. Um, before like the cash for player stuff got
yeah,
introduced. I think that was a great trade though because we got rid of a bunch of like monopoly money,
yeah,
and we got him for I think what would have been a lot cheaper. But we need a better backup striker. We're just gonna continue
definitely.
to say it. He has not been what we needed at like striker. And so if we're gonna get a striker, it's either we go all out, get a star striker, make
Yeah,
him get him to start, or just like get a very good backup who can
mhm.
step in there. Like when Campana got injured that match, who came on? Luis Diaz. It just doesn't work.
No, yeah. Luis Diaz is not good enough. And even if you want to put Ganogo up top, it's not working. So something needs to change.
Yeah, like we run a two striker
Yeah,
formation. It's just not if you're gonna run a two striker formation, you gotta have at least four strikers. We have two on the roster because Ghana goes like a left winger, and
yeah.
Chunkla is also like a left winger, and we're playing him up top.
Mm.
Get some strikers. Like I don't know what their problem is with strikers, but yet here we are, like almost halfway through the season, and we are struggling at
Yeah.
striker. The team is doing decent, but we need strikers.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, before the season and at the start of the season, I thought that the coaching also needed a change. I thought Porto was gonna leave, after that Cincinnati game. I thought, come on, he has to go. But fair play to Porto, I have to apologize to him. But when New England went to Atlanta and got the 3 points, that's I think when everything, changed. I think there was three at the back. It really felt like a team performance. And since then, they've been doing really well. Porto been doing really well to implement his tactics. But with the players they have, they don't have the players that he needs, but he's doing really well with them. So I think that Porter is good that he's not been sacked. I obviously apologize to Porter himself if he's watching. But no, I feel like if we can get him a proper striker and some proper players to surround Jill, to surround him, I think this is a great team. Yeah.
Yeah, I was calling for his head, I think halfway
Yeah,
through last season,
I think
at
most of
the
us
last
were.
season, after the first 3 games of this season. I made a on episode 4 of this podcast, I said it was like Courtois was fired as CF Montreal's
Yeah,
manager. What does this mean for Caleb Porter? Hopefully he's fired soon. Anyways, just like I was calling for his
yeah,
head just about all last year because he just was not doing what. But fair play to him.
yeah.
He's done what he's needed to do. Um, Jack Mobrioni.
Ugh,
My God, such a dumb decision. You're drawing 0-0.
mm,
What are we doing, man?
so dumb. I mean, it's against your former club as well. Do you want to get revenge? No, you just make the stupidest foul. Like, there's no need to do that. But yeah, Vrioni. That
Exactly.
red card just ended the game there.
It was a pointless red card.
Yeah.
Like
Uh, yeah, no need to make that challenge afterwards. But yeah.
there was no reason for that.
Mm,
Like, come on. Like, get your revenge by scoring a hat trick at least. Like, what are we doing? It's a straight red card.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
come on.
I'm seeing some people complain, but for me, that's a red card.
That's a red
What he's
card.
doing. Yeah.
Like, stupid decision. Raphael was talking about Owusu because I beat him to Giacomo Brioni. Um, while we were making the script, I write the script. He just kind of adds the
Mhm.
parts that he does. Um, but Owusu came off the bench at half, did not really do much, and then yeah, it's
Yeah.
just he predicted 1-1, or yeah, he predicted 1-1. I said 1-0. Quite far, we'll be honest. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't go for closer to two. Um, because it's a terrible CF Montreal side
Hmm.
sitting almost bottom of MLS. After Galaxy won yesterday.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a moment. Um, but yeah, I thought the Revs played great. Just go get a
Yeah.
striker, please. But yeah, it's a decent week for the Revs.
Oh
We weren't
yeah.
terrible. We managed to get what 4 points in 2 matches. Not awful.
Both away as well.
Yeah, both away. We've had away matches like every
So
match.
many. Yeah.
It was like the only home match we've had recently was against San Jose.
Mm.
I've wanted
And
to
it was
go to a
probably.
game for a minute. Like I have season tickets. I've gone to all of them that I could. I couldn't make it to the San Jose game, unfortunately. I will get to see them go. I'm heading to Montreal this summer, so we'll
Oh
see
yeah.
Montreal versus San Jose. Um, but yeah, hopefully the
Yeah.
Revs can continue this form after the break. But
Definitely.
with that, I'm gonna send it over to Leading Lights LLC, our sponsor of the video. Unlock the power of your platform data with Leading Lights, experts in transforming raw numbers into compelling benchmarks. Leading Lights helps a variety of companies turn insights into engaging stories that drive growth. Elevate your brand with data-driven content that captivates your audience and sets you apart from the competition with Leading Lights. Visit their website at leadinglights.io to see how you can transform your platform data.